come to you all today, ultimately, as something that we've been kind of working on our side a little bit. We call this the Generative AI validation framework. And what we have here is if you were ever at a point where you're using a generative AI tool, you need to think a little bit about some questions to ask yourself before pursuing that tool or seeing any value in it. So the first step here is a little bit about uncertainty. So how are you sure that this is the right answer to this certain topic, as an example? So my spinal acute injury, for example, how are you sure that it's a no, right? Are there sources out there that can refute the content you're giving me right now? So the first kind of pillar is uncertainty. The second one is explainability. So where did you get this information from, or how did you arrive at this conclusion ultimately? That's the second pillar. The third one is recency. So was this data pulled from the most up-to-date sources? How was this algorithm trained to acquire the most recent research? To give you some sense, OpenAI just a few weeks ago launched their GPT-4 algorithm. It's supposed to be more powerful, more accurate, but the training data for that, or the quote unquote, the steel and concrete that goes into that algorithm, was only dated up to August of last year. So everything after August, it doesn't know anything about. And so if there's a paper or breakthrough research that came out yesterday or tomorrow in diabetes, for example, the algorithm won't know about it until end of this year or even next year, for example. And so how you make sure that your algorithms are pulling the most recent information is critical. The next one is relevancy. So can this content that it's creating for me be understood by either a physician audience or a non-medical audience or anyone really? Or are there any cultural or linguistic aspects of this content that must be taken into consideration? So we've kind of built these four main pillars of uncertainty, explainability, recency, and relevancy that you should be asking yourself as you're approaching these different tools.